Lovelies, welcome back to this channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda Strana. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload videos, you will be the first person to be notified. To my returning subscribers, to those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and also educate each and every one of us. You guys are the real MVP. Alright, lovelies, let's dive into this
So
video.
lovelies, I came across this video on my For You page on TikTok, and I thought to share with you guys where a lot of people are reacting to what really happened in high school, where some group of pan-colored boys decided to write the N-word using like on a black person's chest. Like, this got a lot of people reacting. Like, this has really got to stop. I'm just going to roll the clip as well as some of other stitches I was able to put together. Please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. Alright, lovelies, let's dive into it.
Black student gets the N-word etched into his chest with a box cutter by his white teammates. You can't make this shit up. If you haven't heard about this story, you already know what time it is. Buckle up. Let's talk about it. The student in question, whom has not been identified due to the school's policy, nor the perpetrator of said incident has not been identified, he left the school, rightfully so, after the N-word was etched into his chest. The article reads, a student athlete is no longer enrolled at Gettysburg College in Pennsylvania after they allegedly etched a racial slur onto the chest of a teammate. Several students were attending an informal gathering of the swim team at an on-campus residence on September 6th when one of them used a box cutter to scratch the N-word on another student's chest. It's unclear whether or not they're going to press charges against the student and his family. I'm sorry, what? I'm not sure at this time what this family is doing. However, I will say this. If this video reaches this young man and or his family and the school is not doing anything about it, I want you to know that you have a voice on my platform. So feel free to hit me up, I Speak 1906, on every platform, on TikTok, on Instagram, everything. Literally, I will drop you my email. We'll do an interview here. We'll get this story out wider than it already is if they decide not to do anything, because this is utterly ridiculous. It's 2024. The family literally said it was done by a student whom he considered friend. That's why I say I ain't got too many white friends. Honestly, I don't. And it's not because, oh, I don't trust all white people. I'm cautious. Very much so. Because anyone that can say that they call themselves my friend and that can do that to me, there was no report of him being unconscious in any way, shape, form, or fashion, meaning that he was awake, breathing, and conscious during this entire time. Meaning somebody had to hold him down. And or they could have been foul play. No one knows if there were drugs involved or anything like that. All of this is speculation. However, what I do know is that in order to use a box cutter on somebody's chest to etch a word into it, you gotta press pretty damn hard. I'm praying for the family, man. And to that young man, I hope you take them for everything they got and some, and add tax to it. Good day, goofies.
Go back and listen to my guy's video, and this is what I've been speaking on several different times, that those black folks that are sympathetic to white supremacists, that are trusting and confine into white supremacists, those will be the first ones to go. Rasheen Carter, he was a black male. I think he was from Memphis, Tennessee, but I know he got a job with some white folks, and he went to Mississippi to take a job. Anyway, you can Google it and look it up. The whole what happened to Rasheen Carter is, well, Rasheen Carter is no longer with us anymore. Those white people basically lynched him, or whatever you want to call it. He's not with us anymore. They cut off his you had the two truck drivers this past weekend black males that I know, for some reason, I know quite a few young black men that are white supremacist convicted felon Trump supporters, and they love Trump. Those are the ones that are going to go first. If the convicted felon Trump loses this election, there's going to be a lot more of that. Now, the ones that can find and trust and you know, is sympathetic to white supremacists, like I said, once again, those are going to be the first ones to go. You're going to find them live here and there and everywhere. I have a friend that I consider him as my friend, and he is so-called, he used to send me a lot of video clips about, you know, look at this, look at that, look at this. And basically the information he was sending me were from a whole bunch of white supremacists. And so, and I asked him, I said, hey, where are you getting this information from? And Joe Rogan was one of those ones that was the information he was getting it from. So in any event, he told me last year he went to a bar with his white friends and something happened. And he seen some weird guys. I don't know. He touched one of the guys and told him, hey, how you doing? One of his friends introduced him. All white folks there. The guy would not shake his hand. I'm quoting what he said. The guy wouldn't shake his hand and he wasn't smiling. And so he figured he would try to change the atmosphere, patted the guy on the back. The guy left and came back with some other people, other white guys. And his buddy, his white friend that he came there with, told him, hey, no, he's cool. What the hell you think was going to happen to him? I told him, I said, what the hell do you think was going to happen to you? You would have been one of those statistics. You would have been another black guy tied up. And I see this. I'm older because wisdom allowed me to see this. And if you look at the history of each one of those black guys, what type of people did they associate with? There was a black kid. This was a couple years ago. No, as a matter of fact, this was when the convicted felon Trump was in the office. And the black guy was dating a white girl. They went canoeing somewhere. The stories were all messed up. I can't remember exactly what state it was, but make it a long story short, the black guy wound up dead. He wound up unalive in a lake somewhere upstream. It was in a different direction. It wasn't where his body would have washed down from where they said he was located at. It's so much shit going on. It's hard trying to keep up with this shit. But that being said, I digress from all that. Those black folks that are sympathetic to white supremacists, they have a lot of those white folks that are really Trump supporters. I'm sorry. If you're a Trump supporter, you're a white supremacist. That's it. I said it. If you are a Trump supporter, you are a white supremacist. That's just that. And those that are sympathetic to it, like that, what is his name, Robertson in North Carolina, he was one of the ones to go. There is even video online where these blacks for Trump, for this convicted felon Trump, were at his rally and they got things thrown at them. It is so much information out there. If you look, you will see it. You can just Google it. And there was another situation, these sister girls, these blacks for Trump. We don't consider ourselves as items. Let's get that clear. When you hear blacks for Trump, that is white supremacists putting a label on us as we are items, okay? Any event, the girls went to some live and it was a white supremacist in there. He basically told them to don't come to that. I posted that video. I posted all these videos that I'm speaking of on my TikTok, but unfortunately, this is like my fourth account. They keep banning my account. So all I'm saying is, go back and watch this guy video. Those are sympathetic to white supremacy. You're going to be the first to go. I guarantee you that. Just wait and mark my word. I'm telling you, they're all going to be the first to go.
Come again? September 24th of 2024 is the date on that article. That is in Pennsylvania. A black student got the N-word etched into his chest by his college teammates. Y'all doing too much. Too much. I'm gonna be quiet though.
White folks, what y'all on, bro? And see, this shit is hitting a little too close to home. First, black man get hung in Henderson. Now we putting the N-word in niggas' chest in Tennessee. Where's my wireless hope?
This is why I won't vote Trump ever. Go back and watch that video. Y'all are getting the slogan wrong. Even Trump's getting a slogan wrong. Y'all are supposed to want America to be great. Although you say again, like it's ever been. Y'all are making America hate. Again. Y'all are making America and Americans in it hate. Again. Blacks and POCs, women and LGBTQ. And it's already starting on the mental health. Those who have mental health issues or are neurodivergent. Because they are not one and the same. Just so you know. I am so fucking livid. Y'all are making life impossible to anyone who is not a white cis male. So, if you're a Trump supporter, explain how this is okay. You cannot. You can't. There's no way you can. There's no way that you can say that this is okay. Why did that all rhyme? Stop supporting hate. Stop. Just stop.
I wanted to stitch this video to talk about the topic of systemic racism and to address the fact that the people who aren't convinced it's real, I have to imagine just aren't seeing the types of things that are going on and that people in minority groups are experiencing. This story is really just like one example that I at least personally see come across my feed pretty frequently, but I've made my algorithm show me this type of thing, and it's really not a one-off. You know, especially I think today it's easy to point out in the light of like the state execution of Marcellus Khalifa Williams, which I do not think was a miscarriage of like justice in the system. I think it's like the way that the system is structured, to be honest. And sorry, this video is really hard for me to make, and it's honestly because I have, through like my personal anti-racist and social justice work over the past few years, I've really started to understand exactly how serious systemic racism in this country, and I don't even experience it personally. Like, it is disgusting to me and shocking to me, and it does not affect me on a day-to-day basis. And so I can't even imagine, like, how it feels to see these stories. A student at Gettysburg College in Pennsylvania has the N-word etched on their chest by a white teammate who they consider a friend at a social gathering, or watching an innocent man be put to death by a governor who gave clemency to an NFL coach when said NFL coach, like, ran over a 5-year-old and paralyzed them, but wouldn't stay in execution for a man that was probably innocent and had millions of people signing petitions and rallying in the streets. And like another example that I thought was really shocking and most of my friends hadn't heard of was like there's an unmarked grave behind a Mississippi prison, and just it was made by the police in the area, and there were hundreds of bodies that were like of families that had submitted missing persons reports, and the police knew they were burying those people and not telling them. Like, this is the type of stuff that Black communities and other communities of color in this country are aware of all the time, and they walk through our streets, the streets of this country, our collective streets, and think about these things. And it's how they have to process our country, and it's how I'm processing our country too, but I'm still protected from so much of it, and I just am so sad that so many people don't see it, and that our like fellow countrymen have to deal with this type of thing, but also subsequently have to deal with so many people just telling them it's not real at all. I guess I would really just like to posture any of my listeners who haven't fully digested the fact that our system in the United States is inherently racist, to really think that if you notice one miscarriage of justice in the system that you believe is racist, instead of labeling it as a one-off, maybe just start to look into it a little bit more. And maybe try to think about, if it was a one-off, how an upstanding government would treat a one-off. Would a one-off be treated with radio silence, or would a one-off be spoken about as if it were a mistake?
I seriously love this. This world is just going, I don't know, maybe the world wants to go backwards, or maybe because a lot of things are just being out there. People are outraged. People just want to do whatsoever they feel that is right, especially these pan-colored people. Like, I don't understand. In 2024, we still have something like this going on. Like, it's as if these people really want to go back to the days. Like, there is a particular video that was, check it out, about the statues and the way at which people are commenting. A lot of people in that comment section was talking about how if they should give these people an opportunity, they will want to go back to the time of slavery. Like, they don't even like the fact that people that looks like me are a little bit, freed. Like, they don't like the fact that people that looks like me, still exist and living normal life without being enslaved by someone, or without, being in the slavery whatsoever. Like, seriously, what is wrong with people? What is wrong with this? And why is the school hiding this stuff? This is a crime. This is a crime. Like, how would you comfortably do this to someone you called your friend? You see the reason why so many, Black people just want to be on their own. They don't want to get themselves involved with anything. They don't want to get themselves involved with any kind of friend, any kind of color friend. And when such, Black people come out to talk about how, no, we just want to be on our own. We need to be careful. We just want to be mindful of the kind of people we get ourselves involved. People call them names. People call them, oh, you guys are still living in the past. It's not time for you to move on. It's not time for you to forget and to forgive. We need to mingle. Can't we just coexist as human beings? Like, how would you coexist as normal human beings with people like these? People that would look for every little opportunity to remind you of your past, to remind you whom you are. I have seen a lot of stitches when I go to, the comment section. I see a lot of pan-colored people questioning black people. Oh my God, you guys cry me a river. Why can't we all just coexist? Why can't we just all forget what happened in the past? Must we all keep on repeating the past? How do we all dwell in the past? How can we all move on without dwelling in the past? And now, these people, people that looks like me, decide that, okay, we have forgiven and forgotten, and we really want to move on. We don't want to dwell in the past anymore. And okay, I think we are going to make friends with you guys. And phew, you guys look for another opportunity to prove these people wrong, to make them understand that no, we are not to be trusted anymore. You can imagine if someone that you call a friend can comfortably do this to you as someone that looks like me. What do you expect from people that is not even your friends? Like, that is not your friends. What do you expect from them? Like all the stitches that I put in place, there's a guy that talked about how, this set of black people that's okay, they end up being the one that they use as an example. They end up being the one that but when you want to distance yourself, when you want to people still want to blame you for the kind of life you chose, for not getting yourself involved with this set of people. Because this is actually the reason why black women most especially chose to be in their own spaces. In terms of black women, pan-colored women and all of that, they chose to be on their own because they don't trust you guys. A lot of pan-colored women comes out to talk about how black women they stand, black women this, black women that. No, they are trying to avoid things like this. Because when they want to get themselves entangled with you, trying to forget about the past just the way at which every other of you are talking about, you give them the reasons not to even come closer to you. Like seriously. And people will comfortably talk about how system racism is not even a thing. People will talk about how, oh my God, it's not a thing, it does not really exist, we don't see color. I keep asking myself, why are they hiding the names of the corporate and all of that? Let's just, let's flip the table and assume it was actually someone that looks like me that did that to a fan club. Would they be hiding all of these names? I don't understand. Seriously, when we think that we have, seen it all, things are going back to normal, people are beginning to understand what we are trying to say, it's something like this happens, and it's as if, oh my God, is it that these people do not want to listen? Is it that? So why are they preaching peace? Why are they preaching togetherness? Why are they preaching, coming together? But they still give you the reasons why you don't even need to. They still give you the reasons. A lot of anti-race and cis color people often come out to talk about how, oh my God, let's try to, together. So what happened to this set of people? I believe that they need to actually, create some kind of orientation to their own before coming directly to black people and telling them how they want togetherness and how they want you to forget about the past, move from the past and focus on the future. It's not even quite long that something happened. That's about last week. A young boy, 21-year-old, was found. He's a truck driver. He was found in a state that is so heartbroken. And you call this a just society? That is when in the mention of trying to vote someone else, someone that actually know what it means to be oppressed, they become very angry. They become so agitated. A lot of them want to even leave the state. A lot of them want to flee from the country because they feel that if someone that know what being oppressed is becomes a president, something might really change. They won't have such privilege to do certain things, which I don't even still know, because you can't still trust anyone anyways. The only person, you can't even trust yourself anyways, because people are so ready to disappoint you. Like, seriously, this is just unacceptable in every ramification, because if something like this is done and the person get away with it, what makes you think that it won't repeat itself? This is why this case of, Mr. when this guy decided that, or when they decided to do something to this guy, even when he is innocent, but they still went through with their plans. Oh my God, people need to be very scared, because someone who is actually innocent was unalived even when he was proven not guilty. So they should tell you that even as an innocent person, you need to be very careful of yourself. You need to know the kind of people you mingle with. You need to actually be mindful of the environment you find yourself, because these people, they are all, looking for every means to bring people down. Seriously, when I saw this video, I was really disappointed that this happens in an institution. Is it that the institution does not have any form of rules and regulation? Right. Anyway, lovelies, wanna just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video, and please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We are just here for educational and informative purposes, and if you've not subscribed, please do a huge favor to click on the subscription button, and I will see you, lovelies, when I upload the next
Do your girl a huge favor to click on the subscription button, like this video, share, leave your thoughts, and I will see you, lovelies, when I upload the next one.